All right. Hello, everyone who is joining us tonight on our very first get together here live via Zoom to talk about something that I think I've been more excited about in this last 2 weeks than I ever have been in my entire life. We are launching a company that is the very first company of its kind. This is an industry that many people feel need change. It needs something fresh. It needs something new. And what better people, to check this out with or partner with than folks who have done billions in sales inside of this industry, had massive success, have a great reputation, have fun, and very excited for all of you to find out more info tonight from our company's president. Now, I do want to say this. We are in pre-launch. I'm not sure if you've ever been a part of a pre-launch. So I'm Ashley Sarnicola. I'm a multi-million-dollar earner inside of the network marketing industry, top 5 in the world, inside of this industry. And I fell in love with creating entrepreneurs, showing people the lifestyle that's possible when, you can work for yourself, you can work from home, you can lead and help others. And I'm very, very happy that after 10 years inside of this industry, working with the same company and with the same leaders, we're now partnering together again with some of the most influential and other top leaders of our company in the past tonight for you guys to hear from as panelists. But with that, I'm really honored and appreciative of his time. So I definitely want to say to Blake Mallen, who is our company's president and one of the people that is working nonstop right now, I'm sure with his entire corporate team, making sure that everything is ready to go for a launch date. So we had our very first meeting on Sunday last weekend at our home in Miami. Blake just got back home. I'm doubting that he's getting very much sleep. And he probably doesn't mind because we're on fire. We've had some of the best days I've ever had inside of this industry the last 72 hours. So Blake, thank you for your leadership, your vision, for being my partner. And more importantly, I'm looking forward to the next 10 years. So I'm excited to hear from you tonight directly from the original Liv visionary.
I love it. Well, Ash, I appreciate that introduction, and even more so than those words, everything you do every day to really make our mission come alive in people's lives and make an impact. So I appreciate you and appreciate all of you guys for taking some time tonight to have a conversation that I'm super excited to share about a topic that I'm genuinely passionate about. And as Ash just mentioned, we are 48 hours hot off the press. So you're among the first in the world to even hear the conversation that we're having, and I feel good being able to share it, knowing that myself and my partner Nick have spent nearly the last 6 months or so, really around the clock, putting all of the pieces in together for what's going to be the biggest move of our careers. And it's just so awesome now to be able to kind of let the cat out of the bag and share with so many people the direction we're going, the vision we have, and in hopes for helping you be a part of helping create it. So looking through the attendee list here, I see some names I recognize, which makes me smile. I see some names I don't recognize, so good to meet all of you guys. For those of you that don't know me or my background, I'll give you the really, really abbreviated version. I'm all over the web. If you want to Google me, add me, friend me, you can learn more, but I'll give you the Cliff Note version. I grew up right here in Southern California. I'm calling out of my home office here in Pacific Palisades. Grew up about 45 minutes north of here. It's interesting. People that know kind of my entrepreneurial background, they hear the milestones or the achievements or, the accolades, and people always assume that I came from like a business background or business pedigree. And the truth couldn't be even further from that. I'll give you the short glimpse. Grew up with, my mom, amazing woman, still close to her today. She was a principal of a school. And my dad, a cop. So I had a principal and a cop as parents growing up. That's not meant to be a joke, but you can kind of laugh at my pain, I guess. So in the box, extremely conservative, and average middle class, nothing special. Entrepreneurship, business, marketing, nowhere in the family tree for as far as I know or can remember. But was on the way to law school. Thought I was going the traditional path, the corporate route. Was going to school down in San Diego. Studying political science, public law, psychology, building the resume. Thought I was going to be an attorney. And then all of a sudden ran into a mentor. And isn't it interesting how you never know when certain people will come into your lives and have just a massive, meaningful impact on the overall direction. And I'm of the opinion, and parents on the line, you guys will probably relate with this. My personal belief is you become like those you surround yourself with. And that's true, right? We are of our environment. And I share that because that's kind of my story. 0 to 18, I surround myself with people that thought one way, kind of, do what you're supposed to do, kind of follow the traditional path. And then wham, 18 years old, met a group of entrepreneurs through a mentor that thought totally differently. And you can only be around in a positive environment like that for so long before you learn a thing or two. It rubbed off, and I'm very thankful and blessed to have, changed direction and been an entrepreneur for the last 18 years. It's been a crazy ride, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of peaks, a lot of valleys, and grateful to have more wins on the board than losses. So I'll give you the short version, just so you know that I guess you could say I'm an expert when it comes to the subject matter we're talking about today. Over those 18 years, I've built a brand that eclipsed nearly $2 billion in revenue. I've launched product lines that have sold over 500 million units and became #1 in their category. I've built an infrastructure of a company from a startup idea to across 15 different countries. And in the process of kind of redefined a lot of our previous industries. And I only share that with you guys not to impress you, just so you understand that what we're about to do, we're not novices. This isn't our first rodeo. And we're bringing all of that experience into a direction that I'm super passionate about. Throughout that journey, if I were to get personal, I realized that, life is really about access. It is. And there's a different level of access that eventually you learn exists. And I share that because, again, there's not a day that I wake up that I don't feel blessed and fortunate. I was a self-made millionaire before I was 25. I did that a couple times over by 27 and, multi-decamillionaire by the time that I was 30. I'm 36 today. So most of my adult life has been in a category where I've been able to have kind of life experiences, things that if I were to go out and kind of say the things that I love most about my time so far on this planet would be on my highlights. And I've learned a couple things. Number one, that there is a level of living that is available if you know how to get it. And number two, personally, the only thing I've found better than experiencing that with my wife and my family, my son, is being able to open those doors for other people and being able to show other people that, wow, there is another level of access and living if you know how to get it. And I share that story, guys, because that's what we're talking about here tonight. And it was that premise or that mission that put myself and my partner, Nick, in the direction to create what we're talking about. Nick is on the same page, expresses the same passion. He always says that one day we're all going to wake up and there's not going to be any more time left for us to do the things that we wanted to do. We're on a war here, guys, against the bucket list, right? We're all taught to make a bucket list, a list of stuff we want to do before we kick the bucket. Right? We want to say, forget the bucket, right? Let's create a live list, a list of things that we've lived, a list of moments that are worth remembering, right? A list of highlights that make life what it should be. Turn up your speakers, guys. Here's a quick little video to kind of give you an idea of the concept I'm illustrating.
The story of our lives are merely the pages of experiences we choose to create.
Create your life. Don't just take what's given to you, which will be left over for those who created it.
There's a little sneak peek of the company we're going to be bringing to the world come July. So when Ash says we're in pre-launch, you literally are among the first in the world to hear this. It doesn't even really start until mid-July. And you got the direction there from the video, but if I were to sum it up, guys, what is Liv? Liv's an invite only, means you got to be invited by someone involved, lifestyle community of members, right? That's really designed to give exclusive access. There's that word. Really to unique and extraordinary experiences, first and foremost, around the world. But beyond the experiences, we also want to offer premium member benefits designed to enhance and enrich daily living. So that's what we're going to talk about here today, is those experiences and those other benefits. And when we say member community, there's really 3 levels. Okay, we got an access level, which is kind of the entry, a premier membership level, and then a VIP level. How many of you guys, before we've even started this conversation, you just always want VIP, right? You want the cool blue card. I know most of us always want to be VIP. We'll talk about what these mean. Okay, you heard me in the video say this quote. It's a mantra, a personal mission I've had for quite some time now. And that's the concept that our life is a collection of experiences. That's what we remember. And they're experiences we choose to create, meaning it is a choice. And we want to provide a way for people to make that choice and get that access that normally is reserved for kind of the elite, but bring that to mainstream, right? Middle America, everyday, normal, average people like you and I. And we're doing this through a concept we call Liv List, right? So Liv List is a access to exclusive, one-of-a-kind, curated life experiences, okay? They're only available to Liv members, and they're experiences that'll span across a variety of interest categories, or when I say passions, right? People's passions, local, regional, national, right? All over the world. Weekend experiences to multi-week experiences for any budget. Okay. What I love about it is when I say passion categories, you're saying really something for everybody. What I love about experiences, guys, are so much better than things. We're taught a consumer mentality of buying things, getting more things. You guys, things are not a part of us, right? You don't take things with you when you go, but experiences are really a part of us. It gets to what you're passionate about. So for instance, there'll be things on the Liv List for, if you're a Harley lover, right? You want to have the Liv List experience out at Sturgis, right? That might be on the list, right? Or maybe you're someone that loves, meditation, yoga, right? Self-realization, and you want to go with the people of like minds out to Big Sur and, spend a weekend at the monastery and everywhere in between. So a variety of different passion categories on the Liv List. And what's great is it's really about connecting like-minded people across an experience that everybody's passionate about having. Because here's a philosophy from one of our partners that's really going to be powering a lot of the curation. He spent his entire adult life becoming one of the largest travel vendors in the world. He literally puts on over a dozen mainstream cruises where he rents out the entire cruise ships every year. And his philosophy is, look, an amazing experience is not just about where you are or what you're doing. It's about who you're with. And I'll prove it to you, okay? You could be on the most gorgeous beach in Thailand. We're there in Koh Phi Phi, the beach where that movie was filmed. And you could be right there in the most picturesque landscape with a bunch of people you don't want to be with. And it can be the worst time of your life. Or you can be in the middle of the desert, right? Around a campfire with nothing around, but with people you love, having the time of your life. You guys see, it's about the people, which is why Liv List is not just about the experience, but the community. So everybody goes to the Liv List, the whole community, and you get to participate in having a voice of what experiences actually get curated and activated. Guys, and it's cool because this psychology and technology we've been investing in and developing for years. It's actually a patented technology. We call it CrowdStarter as a platform. And for those of you guys that are used to or have used recently crowdsourcing or crowdfunding applications like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, you'll get this concept. We're the first of our kind to bring a crowdfunding platform to the experience marketplace. Okay, in simple form, guys, it looks like this. Okay, it's simple. You pledge an experience you want to go to. You get other people to pledge to help activate it, right? So the experience doesn't get activated until it hits a minimum amount of participants. Then once it gets activated, you live, right? So you pledge, you activate, you live, right? So that's the concept of how these will be curated and activated through the CrowdStarter. And one other level of this, which is pretty awesome, is the more people that go, the more perks everybody gets. So imagine you have an experience on a cart, right, that you're really excited about. So you pledge to go. But then you're going, so you want all your friends to go, right? So you get everybody else to go, and boom, you get it activated. Now we're all going. But now it doesn't stop. The more people that go, the more perks everybody gets on the experience. So let's say it's 100 to activate, but when you get to 200, when you check in, everybody gets the sleek swag bag of everything you need. When you get to 200, you get to meet that famous celebrity that's going to be there hanging out with you the whole time. When you get to 300, you get the super ultra upgrade, right? You guys get the gist. So the more people that go, the better the experience gets for everybody, okay? Also, the people that actually invite the most make the leaderboard, and they get just the most elite extreme upgrades and perks as the people that invite the most experiences, okay? So let me give you guys just an example. Off the top of my head, here's just an example to illustrate the idea, okay? My partner, Nick, and Ashley live in Miami, okay? They love wine and food. How many of you guys out there love wine, food, and the city of Miami, okay? There's something every year called the Miami Wine and Food Festival, right? And a lot of you would say, hey, I'd go there and have a fun weekend. It'd be a cool thing to go to. And you could go and you can have a fun weekend. But let's say the Miami Wine and Food Festival is on the Liv List. So because you're a member and you get it off the Liv List, instead of just going and waiting in line to get access, you go to the right and you get the VIP Liv tent, right? Or you get welcomed, right, with the toast, and you get your swag bag to take care of everything. You get your front of the line access to get all the wine, right, and all the food ahead of all the crowds. And because we hit the bonus levels, when you're done with the day, we all reminisce at a Miami mansion where we get to meet a celebrity sommelier and do a tasting and pairing just with the Liv members. And because we hit the top tier, boom, we're all going to get on a yacht that pulls up on the intercoastal right outside, right? We take off on the yacht and we're all cheersing, right, at sunset. That just went from a cool weekend to a Liv List experience. Imagine that level, guys, of curation across every different type of interest category, okay? What I'm really passionate about, and I got to ask you, right, what would you guys love to see on your Liv List? So that's an example, right? But what are the things that you have on your Liv List that we can help give you access to, and through the power of the crowd and partnering with experts in the space can actually make that simple and effortless and stressless, right, for you to bring it to life, okay? One last thing I'll share before I turn it over to Ash to go through the benefits is one of the aspects of the Liv List will actually be our Live to Give program, which is all about voluntourism. Now, for those of you guys that don't know that term, voluntourism, it's a new trend, and it's really combining vacationing and volunteering, okay? So let's say you want to go on safari. So we go out and we do a Liv List event in Africa, and we go on safari. But we spend the first 4 days really giving back to the community, helping build villages or helping feed some of the less fortunate. That would be an example of a Live to Give Liv List experience. So there'll be a variety of options, guys, where you get to live better, but we also in process get to help other people live better. And portions of all the Liv List experiences will go toward funding, right, those Live to Give components. So guys, there's a vision of what the Liv List is really all about. And here's the thing I want you to go to if we go forward one. When I say it's about access, we mean it's about access. So access first and foremost, we go forward one slide, to experiences, access to people, okay? And then access, if we go next to the next slide, one more. And then access, guys, to things that elevate value across the membership. We go forward one slide. So to kick it over and go through the member benefits that are going to enhance the value of the membership in addition to our Liv List, guys, I want to kick it back to Ash. Obviously, you guys know she's a rock star in herself with the industry, one of the top income earners, and someone that has also had access to this lifestyle. So there's no better person to show you how we're going to bring that level of access to the world. So Ash, I appreciate you. Over to you to take it from here.
All right. Thank you so much, Blake. I definitely appreciate your time. I know it's probably one of the craziest few weeks of your entire life. And, the amount of requests and questions I'm sure coming in, are exciting. So, when Blake talks about access, one of the things that I'm personally extremely passionate about is, the average income North Americans, let's just, use that as an example, not average people, but just average income, having these extraordinary life experiences. And I feel strongly that there is a shift right now that is happening inside, of a trend inside of our country, which is so many people now are realizing, hey, it's a lot better to work to live instead of live to work. I'm not sure if you guys think about your grandparents or even some of our families where, with the 9-to-5 jobs, people will used to brag about not even taking their vacation days. I think those days have come and gone. I think people in every demographic which is something I'm extremely excited about, are ready to go out there and not just go on a vacation because it's the least expensive option, but go on vacation and come back and be energized and be fulfilled and be ready to take another one, not needing a vacation after your vacation. I don't think that's the point, right? The point is to have a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to this portion of the slide deck. So here is our first logo, Your Life, Your Way. And we're going to talk about some of the member benefit perks and highlights. Noreen, there we go. I think you might. And now, just to clarify, Noreen, am I running the slides now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you so much. So if you want a truly great experience, it's really one that you want to relive again and again. So let's talk about Liv Media. There's a company that we've partnered with. We have the exclusive rights here in North America. I want to tell you my media is having massive success in Europe. And I'm not a tech person, which is probably good for most of you guys because I can explain this very simply. How many of you know what a cloud is, right? You think about, every time I think about the cloud, I think about pain. I think about having to go online, add my credit card or my new credit card info, continue to upgrade my storage. But the cool thing about our media cloud is that you finally have a personal place for you and your family, your friends, your Liv team, for all of your photos, your video, your music, everything that you love is right there inside of your own personal memory cloud. This is, I will tell you guys, incredible technology, to use, a silly adjective. But the reality is some of the people that we've been so blessed to meet over the years, and our partner, Ryan Blair, is one of the most tech-savvy people right now on the planet. And this is his passion. And this is a company that we've been watching for a very, very long time, personally wanting to invest in to see them grow for, incredible reasons. But they're doing it. I mean, they're already doing it. We're talking about importing from Facebook, Google, Dropbox. It's secure, it's private, it's your own. You can design it the way you want. It's simple. I need simple. Again, I'm not tech savvy, and I'm looking most forward to the piece where I get to share it with my family. And those of you who are involved early on will be some of the very first people in North America to even have this. And it will be extremely user-friendly. It will take over everything you already have and just simplify it for you. So we're going to help you relive those favorite memories, and you can access that anytime. Here's what I love. If you look at some of the big wigs out there, you look at Apple, you look at Microsoft, you look at Dropbox. Here are some of just the differences when it comes to the comparison chart. We're talking about technology that 5 years ago, people would have said, you're crazy. There's no way that's even going to exist. Facial recognition, object recognition, one-click import from Facebook and Dropbox. If this doesn't mean anything to you, that's okay. For you tech-savvy folks, you're drooling right now, and everybody else is checking out. And that's okay. But I will tell you, it's time for people to have access to a simple place where they can have everything on their phone, and then they'll have an opportunity as well to drag and drop curation for ease of personal organization. And I love that. Why? Because time is money, right? All of you are successful in your careers, or you've been successful in network marketing, whether you've been full-time or part-time, and you understand more than anyone that that's our most valuable asset, right? Well, we want to help people have more time so they can live more. And here's our two access options. There's Liv Travel, and then, excuse me, guys, there's Liv Travel Plus. So you've got access to a personal travel portal to find the lowest fares on all of the above. We are, partnered with the best, in the business. So anytime I look at this, I get excited because you have a 110% best price promise. Wait a minute. I've heard of 100% price promise, but what do you mean by 110%? Well, if you or anyone else finds a better fare, including those benefits, we'll refund you the entire tip plus 10% extra for the difference, because you are able to go out there and find something more competitive. So there's zero risk involved when it comes to even the savviest people of booking travel. Premier is important because you're obviously going to get insider deals and select top tier on hotel accommodation and vacation rentals. Now, I want to be very clear here in telling you, this is just one small piece of the platform and the vision. We are also offering local access and daily discounts. Well, actually, you know, Lori, for example, lives in Idaho. Okay, well, how am I going to have access to that? Well, up to 50% savings on local department stores, local groceries, local chains. We already have teammates that have been using this, really testing this and piloting this. And I can tell you guys, they've already saved hundreds of dollars. Already saved hundreds of dollars just on some of the deals that we've been able to upload locally through our partnerships that we've worked very, very hard to make sure that we're partnering with the right people that can provide these benefits. And my personal favorite, the virtual assistant. Ladies, I know guys too, but ladies, I mean, come on. For me, I've got a 9-month-old, I've got a 4-year-old, they're tugging on me. I like to go to nice restaurants. Sometimes, even with our executive and personal assistant, they're maxed. We're running nonstop. We're 24/7 go kind of couple. And I will tell you guys that having access to a personal virtual assistant has been life-changing. For me, at many points where, you're at an airport and you're stuck and you need somebody to help you book something. Guys, you need help with presents. Have them research which one your wife might prefer according to the statistics. Purchase it, wrap it, send it. We're talking about even out of the ordinary, crazy requests. And I'm very proud to say that this is the same platform for virtual assistant and a high-end concierge service that is offered by Black American Express. So you might say, how were we able to pull that off? I will tell you, we work with some very incredible people, and we've been able to partner with some companies out there that have been in the business that know it better than anyone else because of our relationships inside of that industry. So you look at, just alone with the virtual assistant, and you try and put a value on that. And I know many of you guys saw the different tiers here, and we're going to get into each of those here in a little bit more detail. But I could justify getting everyone that I know, my family, my friends. I could justify talking to anyone about how in their life they need to utilize a virtual assistant to buy back their time. The best way to put it is this: what's your time worth? Is your time worth more than $20 an hour? My best guess is everybody on this line, your time is worth at least $20 an hour. How much time and productivity can you buy back to create your million or your million a year or these life experiences, or invest into these amazing people inside of your team to see them win? Time is so valuable, and you're going to be able to get this back just by, joining us as a Liv lifestyle promoter, which is pretty cool. We also obviously have the Liv Marketplace. For anyone that knows what we've done in the past, we're no strangers to the consumer and product world. We've been massively successful there. In regards to our industry, we have one of the highest consumer ratios of incredible products. We're going to list all of those on a marketplace for Liv members, and those will be available for all of us to see soon. So I'm looking forward to seeing that myself. And all of the other technologies that we'll be able to offer, swag, and the list goes on and on. So I don't know about you guys, but I've laughed so hard about this. It's pretty cool. We always, inside of this industry, many times and I know you guys can relate, we found ourselves arguing about this ingredient or that ingredient, or why this product is better than that product. And one of the concepts that they've come up with now is a mystery box, right? Live mysteriously. We're rethinking everything. We're ripping everything apart and we're rebuilding it. I don't know about you guys, but I like the idea of sending and receiving a mystery box of cool products. And that's just going to be complimentary for being one of those members. So I'm excited about that. Kind of re-engineering the entire industry, right? There's not a lot of objection in a mystery box. So Liv Rewards. All Liv members have access to the Liv Rewards program. They're going to collect Liv credits. We've mastered this. We've been, one of the companies that's been able to master a rewards program inside of the industry and bring massive value there, meaning each reward point is equal to $1. It's pretty simple. That's just money applied to your Liv List experiences, your marketplace, your products, your stuff, and everything else. All right, here we go. Here are the different access levels. You guys will want to pay attention here because I think this is where, for me, it gets most exciting. Because this is what we're going to be talking about, right? $49 a month plus a $50 one-time activation fee. So you can start enjoying exclusive access and member benefits as soon as you join. And you can join on any budget level, right? Whatever they're comfortable with. We always say, let people fall where they may. You've got Liv List experiences, Liv Media, Liv Travel, Liv Local, and Liv Launch and Marketplace at the very first access option. Now, on the Premier level, this is where your virtual assistant kicks in. This is where your Liv List bonus levels and leader bonuses kick in. And you get the insider deals on Liv Travel and a terabyte. I sound very smart. I have no idea what a terabyte is. A terabyte of Liv Media on the personal memory cloud. Just so you know, that's a whole lot. You won't have to be upgrading your cloud ever with a terabyte. And then obviously Liv Rewards, you'll receive 150 credits with activation. Well, what do you mean? What's a credit? Remember, a credit is equal to $1. 150 credits to utilize inside of your Liv experiences, and an additional 50 credits per month toward Liv List experiences, Liv Launch, and Liv Marketplace. And then the VIP access. I'm sure everyone on this line here was waiting for this slide. $149 a month plus a one-time activation fee of $150. This includes your Liv List VIP upgrades, and I can tell you the VIP upgrades are going to be extremely VIP. They're going to be very red carpet. They're going to be something that you won't want to be outside of, you'll want to be inside of experiencing yourself. I know that through personal experience in working with some of these same partners that we have making this happen, and I can let Nick here in just a little bit talk more about those details. You also get the memory card, obviously, and then you get the really cool Liv Mysteriously first complimentary shipment of all Liv Launch products. And here's where it gets really cool here. You look at the VIP access offer, and you can see that you're paying $149 a month and $150 one-time activation fee, but you're receiving 250 credit reward points with activation and an additional 100 credits per month toward Liv List experiences. This is a no-brainer. This to me is an absolute no-brainer. You guys can do the math there. Plus you get to enjoy the ability to use up to 25% more credits per purchase than other membership levels. So here they are side by side. You might want to take a screenshot of this. I'm going to give you guys a second to do that because here is the Access, Premier, and VIP benefit summary comparison. And we have an opportunity for you to live free. Many of you may or may not know this, but our original company was the very first to invent the 3 for free program inside of the industry. We said, wow, what would happen if all of our consumers were bringing us 3 more consumers? It would explode, and it did. People like free. Now, you guys aren't motivated by free as much as someone else, but you have to think 3, 4, 5 years down the line. How many of the folks in your team would be more motivated by getting something for free than they would be making a bunch of money? Would be more motivated to go out there, grab their husband, sister, and a best friend, or whoever, some of their kids who are 18 and older, and refer them to the same membership level or higher to have access to a free membership month. So I don't know, this to me is revolutionary. You know, it's hard in a presentation where we have a little time like this to really, really dig in. But I hope as entrepreneurs and business people, you guys also understand that nobody quits free. I hope you had a light bulb moment there. Empowering entrepreneurship. We're going to pay someone for every single referral, and customer members are going to earn points, and promoter members are going to get paid. We're really good at empowering entrepreneurship. If you're on this line, this I can tell you is a passion of mine and Nick Sarnicola. We've been on a mission, even inside of our personal foundation, to empower youth through entrepreneurship. And it's one of the most rewarding things I think all of us have come to love and appreciate about our industry. So we're going to pay somebody for the referrals. The customer members earn points and promoters get paid. So there's you refer your 3, right? And you're going to get paid. So if you want to inspire others to live, make the decision to become a Liv promoter member in pre-launch. That's pretty cool. I won't get to say that again for many, many years. You're going to get to enjoy the journey, have a massive head start of being a lifestyle entrepreneur. Many of you already know this, the perks of side of our industry, but that taste of freedom, we're going to take it to a whole new level when you're actually living life and you're actually enjoying being a promoter. I'm going to go through this as well, and I want you guys to hear from our panelists. And this is how you become a Liv promoter. A Liv promoter system is a $99 one-time to your membership. Wait a minute, what are you saying? So if you're a consumer and you want to upgrade to become a promoter and earn money through attending trips and building a team, you're only going to have to pay $99 one time to your membership. So you can see the membership breakdown here with the access, the premier, and the VIP. This would be another great slide to take a picture of. Again, this slide deck is so new. It's hot off the press as of yesterday. So I appreciate you guys working with us here as we go through these slides. Building a team, the power of 3 is important to us. We believe one of the holes or issues inside of our industry is when people only build in 2s. Now, obviously, you can hit every rank in our compensation plan through 2 organizations, but many times people find, and I know you guys are well aware, that when somebody loses one team, it's really, really hard for the average person to go out there and recruit a whole new team. And, you know, they phase out, they get a job, they go spare time, part-time, and, you know, for many folks, that is the slow demise to, you know, their network marketing business. So we're going to build in 3s. Refer 3 customers, refer 3 promoter members, and you're a rising star. And many of you are well aware this is also extremely profitable when you can build a team of 3. As long as you have 3 customers and 2,000 in PQV, you're a rising star. The average income, you know, isn't to die for, but it's $200 to $500 a month. And I think this is our sweet spot. This is where we're focused on getting everyone, you know, to rank bare minimum on day 1, which is our official launch on July 15th. And we'll talk about those dates here in just a second. So we've got a Live to Drive luxury car club. I personally downstairs have a Infiniti QX80. It's the only semi-classy mom mobile that I could find without it being a van with 2 kids and a dog and everybody else in the car. But I love that you can help 6 people hit the first rank in the comp plan and obviously maintain a following, you know, month, and then you're qualified for your car. We now are giving $750 a month to the Live to Drive bonus. And don't forget, that's not included in, that's on top of your average income of $1,500 a month and an extra $18,000 a year. So this is an important rank as well, because these are your folks that are part-time in the business, you know, making an extra $12,000 to $18,000 a year that we all know they're not going to get in their jobs. And you can help others do the same. 3 cars equals rank 6, $50,000 a year. Times 3, rank 8, $100,000 a year. Rank 10, $500,000 a year, and rank 12 make an average of $1.5 million a year. Everything you need to succeed will be right there with our marketing tools, our websites, our mobile office. We have one of the most easily use. I'll just say this: we're very well known to be extremely tech savvy. We're on cutting edge when it comes to having a truly mobile business and mobile lifestyle. And then you can upgrade to Pro right there on your phone, where you can run your entire business for $29 a month and have access to thousands and thousands of videos from the top earners inside of our history. So if we can do this, so can you. And I'm really excited for the first time tonight to be able to kick this call over to two dynamic couples that have made the decision to join forces with us. The response altogether with folks that we have worked with over the years has been overwhelming, to say the least. And these two were just an incredible surprise for Nick and I and for the company. Why? But they've had massive success inside of our company formerly. They've had massive success inside and outside of our company, both in business and in the industry of network marketing. I feel personally right now that I want to build a team with the right culture, with the right values. I would like to be more selective in who I'm going to be spending my last 10-year legacy run with. And I can confidently tell you, these two, without a doubt, are people that I can see myself working with every single day. High value system. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to kick the call over to ladies first. Lori Asbenson, both minimum six-figure a year earners in our former company. And then I'd like to kick the call over to Paul and Megan. Thank you guys so much for being on.
Hello, everyone.
We can hear you. You
okay,
are.
Good. Hi, everyone. I couldn't be more excited. I'm honored to be one of the first 30 to go see this for the first time at Nick and Ashley's house. And I didn't know what I was going to come upon, but what I can tell you is seeing what they had presented and knowing who this company is from the past. I want to take you down history, because history does repeat itself. These guys and gals, actually, they're the most innovative, trend-setting, creating culture of any company I've ever been with. I've had more fun in my industry than when I was with their previous company. And so when I was approached to be a part of the new launch, to be able to live your life, are you kidding me? I could not be more excited to join forces, because the history that I had here, the last wave that we had, I was able to hit the high rank of ambassador in 4 months. And that only happens when you have something worth talking about, that's exciting, that people want to join forces with. This is something that everyone on this line that's here, that I have personally invited on this call, I want to live my life with you. That's the message that we get to share with people when we go out and share the Liv message. So I'm excited. I hope you see what I see, and you can gather the information that was presented tonight and understand what it is that we're really trying to accomplish. Thanks, and back over to you, Ashley.
That you've made the early decision to partner with us when everything's not perfect and we're in pre-launch. It's just pure belief and in the vision and what we've created before, and knowing we're going to do it again better. So, Paul, thank you so much for being on the call as well. I can't wait for everyone to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Ashley, and to Nick and Blake, thank you as well. I too was in that small group that got to hear this, and it hasn't been many hours ago. And I'll tell you this with conviction: I haven't slept a lot since then. Just headed to that meeting. I had no idea, along with everyone else, what was going to be presented. I had no idea what the meeting was about. Just my love for Nick and Ashley was really what got Megan and I there. And I'm sitting in a hotel many hours from home, and flew there to Miami. My wife flew from Dallas, and we met there at Miami Beach. And as we were sitting in the room at the beginning, I was almost nervous because I thought, I really want this to be spectacular. I really do, but I don't know what it could be. I don't know what could be spectacular at this point in my life. I think I've seen a lot. but I would love to be surprised, but can I really be surprised? And Blake began to talk, and Nick began to talk, and Ashley began to talk, and a few others did. And the only way I could describe it, and I described it this way to someone today, I was emotionally captivated. And that's the only way I can say it, because I just stood there or just sat there, and I didn't know whether to smile. I didn't know whether to cry. But the message was so life-giving and so captivating, because it's where I am, and I think it's where a lot of people are. A lot of people work very hard. They go home to beautiful homes. They drive beautiful cars. They have beautiful families, all at different levels. But so many of us could say, you know, we're very blessed with where we are and what we have. But yet people walk around dead on the inside every single day. And I can look in my own life and say that. Turning 44, you feel like, and not only am I at the halfway point, but probably I'm on the other side of that halfway point. And when you begin to think like that, it really brings just a focus and a spotlight into how you're spending your time and how you're spending your days. And that's been on my mind this entire year, is I realize I'm spending time, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing with it. Making money? Maybe so, but what am I really doing with that time? And I can look back at my childhood, and we didn't have any money, and it wasn't an easy childhood, but what I'll always remember are memories and experiences. And we didn't have a lot of money to go to the coolest places, but the places we did go to, they're always in my heart. And the bad stuff, I don't even remember it. It's the good stuff I remember so much. And to wrap this up, just speaking out of my emotions, and really, I'm very emotional talking about this, because to me, this is life, and it's what life is really all about. What could be better than taking time with your family, with your friends, with the people that you love the most, and just squeezing the juice out of every second of life? Because I feel like at times, you know, I'm living to die. I've got a date somewhere where I'm just going to die, and I'm just working hard till I get there. And so I was sitting in that room, and Megan was sitting beside me, and Nick began to talk, and she grabbed my hand and she squeezed my hand really tight. And when she squeezed my hand really tight, I knew what she was thinking. I looked over, and her eyes were kind of filled with water.
Wow.
This is it. This is what we want. It's that life, and we get to give it now, and we get to share it with people. I don't care if I make any money. I really don't. I'd like to. That'd be cool. But I want to share this with as many people as I can. So thank you guys for this, and thank you for leading out of your heart and bringing this to the market, because no one else could do it like you can, because no one else lives like you guys do. You live this, and we get to be a part of it. So thank you. It's an honor to be here today.
So powerful, Lori, Paul, in both of your families, because I know this was a family decision on both sides, and I really appreciate your belief and, you know, and what we've created together. We created something special in the past, but we're better, we're wiser. And speaking of one of those folks that has completely disrupted the industry, you know, decided many years ago not to copy but to create, is one of the most successful guys that I'm very excited for you guys, if you've never had a chance to meet him, for you to meet our CEO. He's also my husband and a great guy. I'm very happy for you guys to meet Nick Sarnicola. Nick, over to you.
Packed house, man. I heard you guys had the president on, and you got obviously Ashley on. They're calling me in too. I know
people.
Not only does she know people, she's very influential. So, so guys, happy that you got to go through the information today. Ashley had reached out to me to go through the launch plan, and to be honest with you guys, I'd rather share with you guys just a couple quick minutes why I created this, because you know, the launch plan is kind of the how, and I believe more in the why than in the how. The how is important, but I believe more in the why. And I want to give you guys maybe a bit of 2 more cents, you know, on top of what Blake had shared with you. You know, Blake and I have been very successful in the style of marketing. You know, I'm from a very blue collar, middle class upbringing. All four of my grandparents worked at the same factory. Had a trickle-down effect, and I wanted to be successful one day because I wanted to be able to do all the stuff that you see on TV. I wanted to be able to live the life that you saw on TV. I wanted to be able to experience all the things. And I was naive enough to believe that it was possible. And then I started doing the math and realized I can't sing, I can't dance, can't play an instrument, can't rhyme, won't do anything illegal, and can't act. So that left sports. Went on and played college baseball. When I was playing college baseball, I was introduced to the number one way that financial success and lifestyle is created, which is entrepreneurship. And I got started in the direct selling, home-based business industry at 18, had no success. By 23, got to a point where I was making 30 grand a month, made my first $1 million at 25, and by 35, I'd earned tens of millions of dollars in this style of marketing. And what I realized is my pursuit of success and business was not a pursuit of money. It was a pursuit of freedom. It was a pursuit of life experiences. It was a pursuit of, it was the pursuit of being afraid of mediocrity. That's what drove the pursuit, and wanting to do everything that the world had to offer before it's too late. Literally, my license plate, it's called Liv List, and has been for years. And I have a keynote speech that I've shared for years, which is all about, creating a Liv list instead of a bucket list. So when we were ready to launch something new after a 7-year, $2 billion run that created 54 millionaires and 800 six-figure earners, we were interviewing scientists and manufacturers and software engineers, and we met with 100 different people. And at the end of it, I said, we're asking ourselves the wrong question. We're asking ourselves, what is out there to sell? And I'd rather ask myself, what do we want to do for the rest of our life? And at that exact moment, it was like getting struck by a lightning bolt. Sorry, the baby's sleeping. So it was like being struck by a lightning bolt, and it hit me. I said, I know what I would do the rest of my life. If I could do one thing the rest of my life and nothing else as a business, as an entrepreneur, and actually if I could do one thing the rest of my life, I would be doing it for myself as well. But if I could do one thing as a business, it would be to take average everyday people and get them access and show them experiences that I've been able to experience, that Ashley's been able to experience, and that they've only seen on TV, that they've only heard of, that they've only dreamed of, or they don't even know exists, period. And because Ashley and I have realized that there's a bit of what we call a secret knock. And what that means is everywhere you go, and I mean everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's a restaurant. It doesn't matter if it's a concert. It doesn't matter if it's a sporting event. It doesn't matter if it's a historical site, a museum, an art museum. It doesn't matter. There's another door, and there's another level of value. There's another level of experience. There's another level of opportunity there that just 99% of people don't have access to. And Ashley and I, fortunately, have been able to experience those things. And so what would it be like if we personally curated experiences for, average everyday people that either didn't know the 4-step process. They didn't even know it existed. Like I'm not even sure my parents know or did know before us that there was another level of opportunity there. Number 2 is maybe you know it exists, but you don't know who to talk to. Maybe you do know who to talk to, but you don't know what to say. Maybe you do know what to say, but you don't have the income to pull off what you need to pull off to get that experience. And I've spent my entire adult life earning millions of dollars to figure out those 4 questions. And I want to provide that service to the world and take hundreds of people on the most amazing experiences that they can only dream of. And we also realize that that's something that you're only going to do once or twice a year. And by the way, I'm not talking like discount travel. Like I'm not talking about, hey, you're going to go find the cheapest rate to, well, actually you can, but you're going to find the cheapest trip to Cancun and walk into a hotel that you don't know and the people you don't know. And then you're like, what do we do now? Like, I don't know. Talk to him. Where do we go to eat? I don't know. What are we going to do for fun? I don't know, but we got a cheap deal. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the most memorable life experience that you'll be on your deathbed looking back and saying, remember that time? And that's what I want to spend the rest of my life doing. But we also realize that on a month-to-month basis, you're going to want some value in that membership. And that's why everything Blake went through, actually, Ash, did you go through the membership details or Blake go through that?
I did.
Okay. So, whether that's a personal cloud or whether that's a personal assistant or whether it's the mystery box or whether it's the daily deals. I mean, just the daily deals alone. It's like You go to Best Buy, you push a button, you hold your phone up, boom, you just got 10% off your order or whatever. You're going to figure out a way to save time or save enough money that membership will pay for itself. But that membership is your access to your Liv List experiences. So, I'm fascinated by the response that we're getting in 48 hours. Right now, we're only looking for speaking to and activating people of influence. And we're going to open it up to other folks shortly. We're in pre-launch. What's that mean? It means we don't have anything, put together yet. We don't have anything available. There's not a website to read. There's not documents to read. If you're super analytical, you might want to check back in like 35 days. But if you're somebody that's first mover's advantage, good timing. Our last run was an epic run, and the early signs will tell you, like, the buzz that's happening in the last 48 hours is 10 times that of when we launched our last our last major category that we dominated. So I hope to see you at July 15th at our launch event, our pre-launch event. Ashley's going to talk about that in a minute. I hope to see you on more of these Zooms with people. And most importantly, I hope to see you on some of these life experiences and be able to show you guys the time of your life. And I think in closing, for me, you're making a business decision tonight. You're not making a buying decision. This isn't a customer conversation. I hope in 35 days that you become a customer if you don't want to do a business with us. Your business decision is this. Do the baby boomers and the millennials, are they going to spend a big chunk of their money on life experiences? Yes. Do we offer value in the membership while waiting for those life experiences? Massive. Is this a price point that people can afford and can justify? Yes. Am I working with people that know what they're doing? Yes. Is this a company that is ran by people that know how to build big things? Yes. Do I like the people I'm working with? Only you can answer that based on the people on this phone line right now. But I can tell you this phone line is filled with very heartfelt, strong, powerful, influential, hardworking people that would be on the top of my list to start a company with, which is why I reached out, to a few of them and Ashley reached out to a few others. So, the math checks out. The question then becomes, is the timing right enough for you to go after something aggressively and create a secondary six-figure income? Yes, I did say secondary and six-figure income in the next 6 months, because that's what happens with people that come aboard early, that roll up their sleeves and dig in and go hard. And that's and we know how to run a plan like that. So hopefully I wasn't too redundant and rambled too much. Ash, you got the 5-minute or less rapid fire launch plan. 3 steps, guys, right in front of you. If you want to click the next slide, I'll give you a quick overview. One more, which is 3 steps. Get positioned. That's between now and July 15th. Hit position. We're going to run to a rank in that 45 days. Recognition. We're going to get you on stage in December at our first event and create a whole nother run off from, the enthusiasm, excitement out of the success and results that you had in that first run. So I'll kick it to Ash to kind of talk about what you should do right now to get positioned and any other details she wants to share. And Ash, if you run out of time, just really cover phase 1 about everybody getting on board and get positioned now. Paul, thank you. Lori, thank you. Lori, I think there's 2 Loris on. Thank you. And of course, to my wonderful wife, who is, guys, one of the primary catalysts of what's happening right now. You couldn't find a better person to partner with, to work with. She's got your back. She always leads with her heart, and she's an amazing businesswoman, mother, wife, and entrepreneur. So, Ash, back to you.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, that's always neat to have both the president and the CEO on our very first launch call. We want to talk really quick, guys. I don't want to take up a lot of your time. I know we've gone long here, but I also know that many of you have questions, and I know that we were able to get some of those answered. And I want to say the ones that we weren't, if you want to reconnect, let's make that happen. You got to start with influencers. In the get position of phase 1, many of you have heard of the phase 1 means it's kind of crazy, but it's fun. It's nonstop calls. It's nonstop taking calls. I like this part of a launch. Personally, it feels good to me. But the reality is we really want to keep it, like Nick said, to influencers. And if you need a reason beyond that, basically, we're not launching until July 15th, and the first checks don't go out until July 17th. So most people, when they buy something, they want something immediately in return. And if they're non-influential, sometimes they have a hard time waiting that long. So make sure that and this is just a set of guidelines, if someone has that ability or not. Doesn't mean, you can't talk to other people, but I would just be very selective now. Teachers, coaches, pastors, industry professionals, folks that have made $4 or $5 grand a month inside of the industry, 6 figures a year, full-time folks, right? Those are people that you want to reach out to. Basically anyone in any industry that's making 6 figures, or is already extremely financially successful, or has influence because of the brand that they've built. All of those are good people to access right now. And you want to collect those applications. We do have paper apps that are available as of today, and you can hand those in to the folks that you're working with, and we're going to put all of those applications in the system, boom, on the same day, pop some ranks, pop some nice commissions on June 15th. Influencer applications can pre-enroll online starting on June 15th as well. So if you've got folks that for whatever reason need to wait until that day, that's okay, but hand in the paper apps now. Get everybody pre-enrolled to the Orlando pre-launch summit. This is getting bigger and bigger by the day. And I mean, literally, we had hundreds and hundreds of pre-enrollments come in just yesterday. So remember, there's no memberships and there's no commissions until July. This is not only pre-launch, like the slide says, this is pre-launch, right? One influencer who's 100% in statistically can usually reach that car rank. We're saying worst case scenario by August 31st. 12 influencers who are 100% in at pre-launch summit equals 12 cars by August 31st. And folks, 12 cars is a full-time 6-figure income plus inside of the company. And like Nick said, you guys, many of you will run to that within the first 6 months. With an average of 100 customer members each in their team, you're earning at least 8 to 12 grand by August 31st, not even 6 months in. So this is going to be fun. I can't wait to see you guys in your face during some of those first checks. And then phase 2 is hit position. What's your goal? Hit it, make it, write it down, communicate it with us. Are you in? Are you 1 foot in? Are you ready to rock? We're going live on July 15th. You've got a pre-launch opportunity. You've got the dates here if you want to screenshot this. Weekly commissions, Monday, July 24th. We're going to run phase 1 influencers to their car and above. That's a part of the hit position launch plan. And then your rank promotion will obviously be divisible by who you have in place at the pre-launch summit. How many people are you going to have there? I plan on filling up the room with this team. Good luck to anybody else. I know it's friendly competition, but hey, I like to win. What can I say? First Liv Experience and Festival, December 2017 in the Dominican Republic. We've got massive contacts there with all of our partners and a lot of experience in the Dominican. It's going to be ridiculous. If you know what I mean by ridiculous, you don't want to miss the trip. Celebration and education, and then obviously with recognition, the higher the rank, the more people you have there to see it, the more momentum you will create. And we all have experienced some form of momentum at some point, in our careers. And I will be very honored and excited to, experience that momentum with all of you. So what are you going to do right now? Our next step is to get you enrolled. We need to get you an app. We need to fill it out. And we're going to enter those for you on June 15th. You need to make a list like we have. I've got a list of folks that, were in the industry that have had some success. That's a smaller list for me. I've only been a part of one company. Some of you guys may have bigger lists. Good. I've got lists of influencers. I have a high value system in regards to folks inside of the industry. And I would just ask that we keep it classy. Make sure if they're happy with where they're at, don't try and recruit them. If they're, that's a good question to ask. Hey, are you 100% happy with where you are? If you are, keep doing that. That's the last person or people that we want to be, or team that we want to create that kind of culture in the industry. But if they are curious, if they are looking, if they are unhappy, if they desire change, if they want to do something, that's first in the industry to launch, reach out. We're going to be promoting into another influencer presentation as well. I'll get you guys those dates soon. Just make sure that you're committed to a pre-launch on July 16th. We're going to go down to Orlando, up for me, to Orlando, Florida on July 15th, 2017. And this is going to be our very first, pretty cool. I can't wait to see how many people are in that room. Our very first pre-launch event. So in closing, I'll just tell you guys, I appreciate your time tonight. I hope you're ready to live your life your way with us. There's nothing but positivity. Emotions are high and excited right now, but I want you to know that we're not just talkers, we're doers. We don't stand on a stage or get on a call and say, hey, I hope this works out. I want you guys to know that we made a family decision that this was going to be our last 10-year legacy run inside of this industry. I've been a part of the industry for 10 years and growing every day. My husband's an expert inside of the industry with 20 years of experience. And together we've been able to change a lot of lives. We've literally helped more than 1,000 people make a 6-figure income. We've helped, 15, 16,000 people make an extra $2 or $3 grand a month. And we've created 55, 56 millionaires in our career since we've been working together, since 2010. So I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you better. For those of you that are on the call, please reach back out to Lori, myself, reach back out to Paul. Let us answer your questions that you have. But hopefully now you're a little bit more educated to make a decision, and I hope it is to join us. I'd be honored to have each of you as a part of our team. Paul, Lori, anything else you guys want to add?
No, ma'am. Outstanding. Thank you.
Let's do it. I can't wait to meet all the folks we have on the line here. And thank you again for your belief in us. We're going to have some fun. Bye, everybody.
Live your life. Woo!